The following is an excerpt from Grandpa's Fortune Fables by Will Rainey, Willis Towers Watson's former head of Asia investment strategy. The book uses fun stories to teach kids about money, and whilst the reading age is 7 to 13, a lot of parents are also reading this with their younger children. In this excerpt, Gail tells her new friend Boris one of her grandpa's stories to help him understand that earning money is not just about working hard. Grandpa's Fortune Fables is available on Amazon. Enjoy.
So this story is from chapter 4 of my book, and it's Gail telling her new friend Boris one of her grandpa's stories, and the story is called Happy Farmer, Sad Farmer. There was once a farmer called Sid. People on the island of Pucha Pucha called him Sad Sid, as he was always very grumpy. He would work on his farm all day picking strawberries, no matter how bad the weather. If someone was willing to listen to him, he would gladly complain about his life to them all day, every day. Particularly, he complained about his neighbour, Happy Hannah. Hannah was also a farmer on the island. She picked strawberries like Sid did, but didn't work as many hours. She also had a nice house, much nicer than Sid's. She'd pay people to pick most of her strawberries. She also went on nice fishing trips with her happy family. Everyone except Sid liked Hannah. Sid didn't think it was fair that Hannah had everything and he had so little, especially as he worked so hard. To Sid, Hannah was so lucky. Then, one day, a massive storm hit the island. Both Hannah's and Sid's strawberry fields and homes were destroyed. Once the storm was over, Hannah had to go back to growing and picking her strawberries herself. This made Sid very happy. He thought to himself, finally, Hannah isn't getting all the luck. She's now in the same position as me. Both Sid and Hannah started working and picking their strawberries to earn money to sell at the market. 3 months after the storm had ended, their strawberries had regrown and were ready for picking. As Sid was faster at picking strawberries, he managed to sell more strawberries and earn more money than Hannah. This made Sid a bit happier. That night, Sid had a nice meal, whilst Hannah only had a very basic meal. The next day, Sid started picking more strawberries from his farm. Hannah got up early to pick strawberries, but now she had a small tool in her hand. It was a metal glove with a blade on the thumb. She had spent the previous evening designing and making the tool. She had used the earnings that she had saved from having a very basic meal to buy the metal parts she needed. The tool allowed her to pick more strawberries than before, but in the same amount of time. At the end of the next day, Hannah had managed to pick and sell more strawberries than Sid due to the tool that she had made. This made Sid grumpy again. Sid had another nice meal. He could see that Hannah was still having a very basic meal. Sid couldn't work out why. She had earned more money, so why is she still having a very basic meal? The next day, Sid got up to work on his farm as usual. This time, Hannah arrived with 2 other people. They were working with her and both had the tool in that Hannah had designed. Sid didn't know how she could afford it. She would have to share her earnings between the 3 of them. However, Hannah and her helpers managed to pick 5 times as many strawberries as Sid had. Rather than selling all her strawberries, Hannah kept some of the strawberries to herself. Sid couldn't understand why she would want to keep the strawberries. When the next day came, Sid arrived at the strawberry fields as usual, although even more grumpy than before. He saw Hannah's helpers plus 2 new ones, but there was no sign of Hannah herself. When it was lunchtime, he noticed a lot of people walking to the local village. He asked them where they were going. They said, "Haven't you heard? A new store has opened selling fresh and delicious strawberry drinks and snacks." Sid went to the store and couldn't believe his eyes. Hannah was there selling the drinks and snacks she had made with the strawberries she had left over. Then Sid noticed some of the helpers weren't picking strawberries, but they were planting new crops. These grew into other types of fruit. Before long, Hannah had stores all over the island, selling a range of fruit drinks and snacks. Also, Hannah had learned an important lesson from what happened due to the storm, and made things that didn't rely on growing strawberries all year round. She started making jams and nice fruit bowls. If there was ever another storm, she would have things to sell and make money from. Hannah left the running of the shops to other people, which meant she had more time to spend with her, once again, happy family. Soon enough, they were back to the same place they started, Sad Sid and Happy Hannah. Sid realized Hannah wasn't lucky. She worked hard, and work smart. She focused on putting the money she had earned to good use so she could earn more money. Soon, Sad Sid copied Hannah's ideas. He asked Hannah for her tool design, which she was happy to share, and then he got help. He didn't like the basic meals he had to eat at the start, but it wasn't long before he was eating slightly more exciting meals and having all the freedom that Hannah had. Gail explains that money can be used to help make more money. Gail told her friend Boris that when Grandpa was on the island of Pucha Pucha, he wanted to be more like Happy Hannah. Instead of spending all his money buying clothes and nice meals, he used some of the money to buy some chickens and then a cow so he could earn even more money. Apparently, he even started to make wooden high chairs from trees. But that's a story he wants me to tell me another day, said Gail. My parents spend all their money, snapped Boris. I have no idea how to make money. That probably doesn't surprise you, as I'm not exactly the smartest kid around. Don't put yourself down. You've just never been taught. I had no idea how to earn money until my grandpa helped me. Since then, I've been using the flowers that you were rudely kicking when we first met to make money. Oh, sorry about that, Boris said as he gave an apologetic smile. I still have no clue how you're going to make money from those flowers. Let me call home and let them know I'll be back late. I'll tell you how I make money from those flowers, replied Gail. The end.